Benny, what are you doing here? What do, Benny? Benny, what are you doing? Come here. You want a chair? Come here, Benny. Come here, Benny. Come here. Want a chair? So Marge Ben is not in the mood, and he thinks you're not too bothered being on Marge. Ben is just still relaxing. Good boy, Benny. Good boy. Good dog. You're such a good boy, Benny. He's like, don't be better, Marge. Don't be better, Marge. Alright, I gotta put my hair up. I'm getting hot. Uh-oh, I better not put that anywhere near the freaking microphone. Okay, hi, welcome to my tool. My name's Marge. I'm a yoga empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. We're in it. We're here. The collective wave of bullshit. Let's just see how long it lasts, because we can see, it's plain as day, all the gross ways that human beings, or I don't know, things can treat human beings. We're living on an alien ant farm. Let's see what we can do. Like, how do I want to say this? We see all the gross stuff that people can do. Let's see what we can do when people come together and want to help people, you know? They don't care who the person is, color of their skin. They just want them. When more people just want everyone to have a roof over their head, if that's what they want. And if that's not what they want, let's get them set up to live a life that is best for them, because when people live a life that's best for them, they want what's best for others. You give people all the power and all the money in the world, and it's never enough. It is never, ever enough. And they will take and take and take like a cancer on this earth. And that's what we're seeing now. You know? It doesn't take much to break things. We're also seeing that. It doesn't take much to break bones. It doesn't take much to break bridges, structures. Little nudge, little bump. Whoop! You know, I remember 1989 was, go ahead, Benny. Earthquake in San Francisco. People got squished on the bridge that I drove across so many times. So every time I drove across that bridge, I'd say a prayer for safe passage. That I don't have the same placements and the same life lessons that the people that didn't make it got. It's so weird. It's 25th of March. Spring is supposedly, when I was growing up, they said there's 4 seasons. Not any place where I lived. Imposed reality. It's all over the place. It's so trippy because we got like 4 or 5 inches of snow yesterday, last night, this morning, because it tried to snow all day, but nothing stuck really. But then when the temperature dropped, we got all kinds. So our trees look like this. That's the thumbnail that I used. I think it's so, when people come together in a balanced, concise way, people, they're no different than snowflake. I mean, people are, oh, you're a snowflake, you know. People that call people snowflake, you know, like I'm a big person and you're a small person. That all that is like the paradigm that's dying. It's gotta die. Civilizations have fallen too many times because people's egos can't be carried. When people have egos, they can't balance like that. When they're driving for themselves, when they're driving their own boat, that's what it looks like now. I mean, nature can find balance. We're animals. We live in nature. How come people can't? Because they got opposable thumbs and free will? kind of tripping. I'm trying to figure out how the eclipse happened yesterday, because I don't know, from where I sit, they weren't in alignment. When I went to sleep last night, the moon's over here, and when I woke up this morning, the sun is over here. So if they were, you know. I'm going to be on a call tomorrow. There's a guy that I listen to on YouTube. I respect and value his opinion a great deal. Joseph P. Anthony. And Astrologer Joe. And he has there's a new app called School, Skool. And he created a community there, same name, Astrology with Joe. And they're having, like, they invited, he's doing good stuff. I appreciate this stuff that he's doing. Said, we're looking to have brief 15-minute calls with 20 or 30 of our community members, which I am a part of, over the next few days. The purpose, to dive into your goals, aspirations, and what you envision for your community. Your feedback is invaluable, and I believe these conversations will spark positive changes and bring us closer to what you truly seek from this space. These calls will be done with Yaniv. So my time is tomorrow. The participants will be treated to an exclusive group call on Sunday, March 31st at 2 p.m. This is a rare chance to interact with Joe, ask questions, and gain insights only available to those who join initial calls with Yaniv. So I'm going to talk about my vision of what I want to do in Taos that I've been speaking about this whole time. And it's just going to get to a broader, you know, I want to have a place where travelers can come, they can do laundry, they can cook a hot meal, take a nice hot shower. You know, if your car needs the oil change, we got facilities. Your car needs you know, if it's broke, but we got facilities. You just come in, you know, we got the tools that you need. Because sometimes people fall apart and they need help rebuilding, and I've been one of those people myself. I have been for years. I've been trying to rebuild, making a place for me and Mom where I don't got to rely on nobody, you know. And it hasn't happened yet. I kind of feel like it's coming, because the more I hear about this eclipse that's on the 8th, I think it's going to impact me in a great way. See, I got Chiron in Aries, and America's Chiron in Aries is it's having its return, just like I'm having my return too. And a lot of stuff that's happening in the United States, the divided states of corporations, of the ideologies that have been imposed upon me that they call America. It's like that song, London Bridge is Falling Down. Didn't the bridge fall down today? If people go and research what that freaking song really means, things have to fall. Destruction has to happen. It happens naturally. We don't even account for that, and people are trying so hard to create it, trying to create the destruction. It's hurtful to the entire collective consciousness. So things are happening all over the place. We got weird weather. Anybody else got weird weather? It'll probably be gone today. I think it's supposed to be near 60, maybe. I don't know. Whatever they set the dial to. It's always been like that. They'd hate me because I'm like, all right, I get it. The deck's stacked. You got the deck stacked. How you gonna make me go through the hoop? What are you gonna make me do? How you gonna make me the exception so everybody says, don't be like her? Hi, pretty girl. I don't even like this song right now. So things that are going on in the world. Shuffle ain't shuffle. Let's just scroll. Let's just scroll for a little while. Benny got your chair. Sorry, baby. Oh, there's a forest fire in frickin' Iceland, and it's winter. So, that makes all the sense. That makes perfect sense. Everybody's talking about all these creepy, gross stuff that all these people have done. And I'm like, well, it's always been going on because you know how many people like Elvis Presley? Priscilla Presley was 14 when they met, you know. I'm going to go, what I want to try and do is I want to try and eradicate this law because there's so many stupid laws on the books so perverts can get around them. And this is the one that I want to see eradicated in Taos. Okay, let's see. Marriage license, Taos County. Oh, they changed it. Oh, no, they didn't. Both applicants must be present at least 18 years of age. All individuals must provide a value because I'm ordained, so I have the ability to marry people if they want me to. This lighting makes me look like I got blue lips, like I'm cold. I don't like it, but fuck it. Social security card or number is required if you're not a citizen. 2 valids, blah, blah, blah. If under 18 years of age, a parental consent, mother and father providing photo ID is required. Under 15 years of age, a court order documentation by the courts is required. If that's not fucking gross, if that doesn't tell you that the perverts run the system, I don't know. People don't want to see this stuff because they like their cushy lives because this stuff exists. So if you're not against something, you're for it, right? Isn't that it? Like, well, if I'm not going to stand up against the, creepy pervs chasing sensations and the butt bandits and stuff like that, if I'm not going to stand up against it, then that just means whatever happens under those guys, I'm okay with. Well, no, that's not how I jive. That's not how I operate. No, 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 no. I don't want people to get the wrong idea about me, so I like to be clear and concise. I don't like fucking perverts. I don't like creeps that like to dominate the youth. I don't like violent people that like to cause harm to others because it lines their pockets. I don't like people that kill people just because they feel like it. So if there's any question on the things in which I am for and which I am against, I'm adamantly against violence. Of all of it. Against other people, the youth, animals, all of it. So anybody that likes to do any of that stuff, don't worry that everybody knows you for who you are. See, that's the thing is people can only hold lies for so long. They can only pretend to be the person that they are designating that they are for so long if they are of the false vibrational frequency. If they're a liar. Liars can't freaking hold the water. I go out this side this morning because this is the year my freaking scumbag neighbor starts his bullshit. There's a new freaking Jeep back there. So if you're in northern New Mexico and you got your blue Jeep stolen, it's probably in my backyard. Mama says he don't steal, but Mr. Sheriff said that they found like 5 or 6 stolen vehicles back here. So, and the guy is a scumbag. He don't got no money, no income, nothing like that. So he don't got no means to buy anything, and he doesn't have anything worth the shit to trade or barter. So I'm pretty sure it's stolen. And he's a repeat offender. But that's yeah, he got signed off on anger management because the psychoanalyst, whatever, therapist that lives next door that fucking can't stand him signed off on his report. You know, I'm sure that there's laws and regulations all over the place that freaking prohibit that, but this world is shit and it's flushing down the toilet, and I'm glad for that because maybe the people, us that are left over, will be able to rebuild from the remnants again. So, I know there's a lot of people scared out there. People should be scared, dude. Life is fucking scary. If people tell you, I'm not trying to impose fear. Hey, things are scary. The thing of it is to find a higher power that you can, like a lighthouse on the beach, that you can seek outside of yourself to draw towards, to find guidance to get you through the storms. Then it's not a problem, right? Everybody picks up all the tools that the planet is given to keep themselves in, prime spiritual, mental, physical condition. Everybody's using those tools, right? There's evidence all over the place, right? People are emerging. How many people in America this winter are going to come out with that best beach body? Hey, it don't matter because the beach ain't even going to be there. We got a plan. It's not Earth. It's not, all this verses on the planet, man. We just got it. So it's just, all I could see, it's a division between people that give a shit about other people and people that give a shit about themselves. And only want to do what they want to do. And if you try to engage with them, they ignore you. And you give them your credentials, hey, see if I'm someone that you want to work with, and then you don't get nothing back. That just tells me they don't. Why the whole time I'm saying, like, I'm a person of integrity. I take care. I've done all these things to live as an example, as people of integrity do. The thing of it is, people that don't live in integrity, they don't want to talk with me because I will blatantly point out all the ways in which they don't, and they don't want to hear it. See, you know what's helped made me grow in my life and be so aware about myself? All of the years that people said, you're so selfish. My parents would tell me I was selfish on my birthday. And they'd play mean jokes on me. And they'd think they were funny. And they were very hurtful to me. Or that's when they would remember. Oftentimes they wouldn't even remember. There are years and years, neither of my parents would even acknowledge the day that I was born. Must be another Chiron and Aries thing. Abandoned by the parents at birth. Not being held by mom until I was day 3 on this birth. Doesn't everybody talk about the importance of the bond between the mother and the father? And then I had an absentee father because he was too busy getting his DW. Getting his rocks off. Chasing sensations. Doing what he wanted to do because he can't be held down by no fucking woman or no kids or shit. He's a grown-ass man. How many times have people heard that story? He had a second chance. He had another little girl. He could have freaking learned from his mistakes. Well, I'm going to be here for this one. Guess what? He wasn't. She's in heaven. I'm sure he doesn't take any culpability for not being the strong male example in her life. There's a lot of people on the planet that do not have strong male or female examples. But we got this drive in us, right? We got this drive. You don't hurt people. You don't cheat. You don't lie. You don't take shit that doesn't belong to you. You work hard. You earn what you get. And then there's everybody else that says, fuck that. What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. And I don't give a fuck because I listen to a fucking devil on my shoulder and not a fucking angel that says, don't do that shit. My angels cuss. My angels flip the bird off at people. My angels say, kick him in the junk. You know? Hey, hippie. So, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't have weren't born in a bubble where, you know, that their parents like know all the evils in the world and just want to protect. No, I think my parents have been were trying to off me the whole time I was a kid, but I've always been divinely protected, so I'm still here. Should I talk about the time that my dad, with his third wife, my step monster that used to make us milkshakes with liver blended up in them and laugh because I hated liver. It would literally make me want to vomit. And well, rise and shine, we're going to wake up and we're going to go. So I had so much trauma when I wake up, I used to get scared, right? And my dad used to like to barge in, go rubbly, like really loud just to see me jerk, see how high he can make me jump. And my brother thought that was funny, so he grew up doing the same thing. That's all right, though, because when I wake up, I'm ready for anything. Actually, I don't even ever really sleep very hard anymore. It's not a luxury I'm afforded. So for all of those that, you know, what are you doing for other people that can't? You know, what are people doing for other people that can't do for themselves? Not a whole lot. From where I'm sitting. So, I was probably 10 years old. My brother's probably 12, 13. I'm around there. And they said, let's go. Wake up. We're going to go. We got to, you know, so we get in the car. We start driving. We end up in a place called Six Flags Magic Mountain. And back then, it was like 1984. They had I believe it was the last wooden, called the Colossus. It was the last wooden roller coaster. And they waited, and I didn't want to go on a ride. I couldn't go on the ride. I was too little. It was scary. So they left my 10-year-old ass, 10 years old, standing like by a light pole. So wait here. They waited in line for an hour and a half. And I stood by myself. And then it was like, I have to pee. And then I was scared to go find a bathroom because I didn't want to be gone if they came back and be worried. 10 years old. So I don't like amusement parks. They're not fun for me. So all these people, like, I mean, if I were to put a time, like a live reel on the entrance of fucking Disney World or Disneyland where they take kids all the time, they just didn't want me. See, that's the thing. People don't want me, so I don't get taken. I guess I was all used up when I was a 10-month-old baby. I don't want them. Let's not get it twisted. I don't want that. I'm okay. It's because I've been divinely protected, see? I'm just here to tell people that there is so much darkness in the world that is coming to light. And the best favor that you can do is if you have already been touched by the hands of evil, don't become that evil. Stay in the light. Talk about it. I don't care if people don't want to hear it. Most of the time, you ain't never going to see nobody again. You know? How many times you tell people stuff you ain't ever see them, you know? People say that I lack tact. Marge, you're so tacky. You lack tact. It's not. That's not tactful, Marge. It's just more controlling words that people like to say to me to put me in a box. Because people have always tried to. Because I'm a powerful person. I'm a powerful person. I am confident in that. And I have a lot to contribute. And people that don't have much to contribute but act like they do because they really don't know what they're doing, they hate me because they don't want everybody else to know that they really don't know what they're doing. None of us know what we're doing. Some of us that have been through a lot of that is like, like, there's so many people on this planet that don't know how to change a tire. But if if they needed to, they could easily save themselves from bad situations, but they don't because they always relied on other people. And I learned a long time ago to learn all the things that I need to do to take care of any situation that comes up in my life, because nobody out there is going to do it for me. While everybody created, the majority of the population just created environments that were cushy and comfortable for them, and just avoid things that make them feel awkward and weird, and just pretend like it doesn't exist. So I think the split of the two worlds, it's like that story that they tell about Adam and Eve. It's not that darkness didn't exist on the planet as I understand it. This is a Jessie Zaboter there that I just come into alignment with. And this was something I heard a long time ago. I don't listen to her much anymore. But back then, what was I talking about? Jessie Zaboter used to say, I can't even fucking remember. See, this makes me want to throw my fucking phone. Because I hit shuffle and shuffle isn't shuffle. Shuffle is always the same fucking songs in the same order. That's not shuffling to me. Now I'm fucking annoyed. What was it? It was years ago. I think I was still in Oregon when I first started listening to her. All like people pleasing, why people turn their kids over to other people. Having to do with I don't even fucking remember. Jesus Christ. Oh well. Is it the 30-minute mark? Am I done? I'm just annoyed. Yep, 31:46. Very familiar. I know that feeling well from when I was a kid too. I think the darkness is here fighting us every day. Too many people. As I stroke my hair, but I washed it yesterday in a bucket. Is that I washed my hair in a fucking bucket because I live in a shithole. But if I say I live in a shithole, and I can't say anything to the landlord because the landlord don't care. I spend my money on rent and they never fucking, all the landlords I ever had, the money never fucking, when I first moved in, the water heater went out and she replaced it and I was like, man, that's cool, she's right on it. Then the swamp cooler seized up because it was hot. Oh, I don't have money to fix it. So now it's just like, well, I guess I don't have to tell you about nothing because I don't have money to fix it. I just get scraps in this fucking life. I swear to fucking God. I swear. So everybody that are choking on their blessings, I keep waiting for people to start calling me a fat shamer. That's what I keep, because I'm just I have no shame in other people's obesity. at one time when I was young, I had shame in my own obesity, but then I'd feel bad because people, the way they, perceive me, and they'd say I was fat, and my grandma'd push on my stomach, be like, is that you? I thought that was the fabric. I thought that was just but that's all you? Wow. All that. I didn't even, I mean, I didn't have any islands. So all the grace that's in me, it's because I had a little spark. And then I would find things outside of myself to find the grace, that peace inside. And I can always find it in cat videos, cats, dogs. I want to have a pet rescue and just take care of animals. And if people want to recover, and if they've been hurt in the same ways that I've been hurt, all I can do is share with you the things that I have done so that I don't cause harm to other people. Because I'm Aries sun, man. I'm all fire. In these placements, it's like, am I going to be able to hold my, am I going to be able to contain all that it is me? Am I? When the time comes, and if I am met with a position where somebody is hostile, will I be able to turn the other cheek? Because I am all about war. That is why I work so hard to be a peaceful being. Because I've been to war. I've seen what bullshit it is. So dudes, tiny men with small, uncalloused hands can go home and be like, I'm a big man, I killed lots of people today. Let's go to bed, baby. So, anyway. And why aren't more veterans speaking out against this shit? Nobody I spent 6 years with. I fucking unfriended one dude. Man, I thought he was such a cool, but because he reminded me, he was one of those frat guys, that they're so fake, man. They act like they're so likable. But they always tell you what they really think. Right? And I put a post on my face, but this was this was last week when that whole row that's incidentally the same path of totality of the eclipse is coming on the 8th. The whole row of storms went across and lined up. There's tornadoes from Chicago. I mean, there was devastation everywhere. And I knew it was coming, so I just said, I pray for grace for those that are going through, what people are about to receive, the life lessons in which they are about to receive, and it always comes down to valuing life. You're either gonna value life or you're gonna trash life. And so, he wrote, meh, lowercase letter, meh, and so. I was like, I'm fucking, bald, fat, always, has a drink in his hand on his feed, just choking on his fucking blessings, he had his practice wife. Now he's got his dress rehearsal wife. Now he's got his real one, maybe, I don't know. He's probably the guy that'll probably trade her in for a younger version one day or something. That's just, they're stereotypical. Because they all tune into the same frequency. Yeah, they all play the same songs. They all wear the same clothes. They all drive the same big, stupid trucks. They all can't see their fucking penis without a mirror, but they're really big men. One day they all end up going, I feel so bad for the things I've done. But until then, they're complete douches. So I went to his latest post on his Facebook feed where he's in yet another pool in like Florida or Mexico or the Caribbean, where, because that's what important people take themselves all the fucking time. Over and over and over. The money that people put into entertain themselves, and they never fucking. This guy has been my friend the whole time. I'm like, hey, I need help. I need a place to live. I'm calling out everybody I know. I did all this stuff put out in the world. I need help, and nothing. So I wrote, meh, unfriend. I'm fucking sick of these scumbags, dude. All these people that freaking that I had seen and I encouraged and give pep talks to and stuff like that, I guess I didn't influence enough, because they saw me with my alcohol abuse, and they're all drunks, because once they start, they can't stop. I don't know if they're an alcoholic. I guess they can determine that for themselves. But fucking people that are drunk all the time, like when people go to sleep and then wake up and go work the next morning, and somebody in proximity says somebody was drinking whiskey last night, that used to be me. I speak from experience of the consequences of living for myself and now living a life of service to others. And it's not glamorous, and it's stinky, and it smells, but more people could help. That's the thing, is like, when I'm like, not one person has been like, you know what, Marge? I'm gonna hang out with mom. I'm gonna hang out with mom for, go get a hotel room. Go do, not people don't do that for me. But the way I see people ever show up for other people in the community, it just makes me want to show up for people that don't have other people like I do. See, everybody else is taken care of. I'm for the bottom echelon. I'm for the people that nobody wants to deal with, right? So give me the resources I need to accommodate us lower echelons, and we'll try and leave you really important people to live your lives amongst the elites and the fragranced with undisrupted utilities. Huh, pretty girl? She says, you're not turning on my Rockford Files, and I'm in the mood. I want to listen to the man on the Rockford Files. Man, there's so much there's so much shit all over that show. Pre-programming. See, I just picked up as how people can do, a program. Y'all get to choose what you want to, what program you want to take on. I never liked horror shows because my life was horrific. And so people that are drawn to that, that shit's weird to me. Like watching people, like to me, there's a storyline that happened in real life. So when people are like, ooh, I'm entertained by this, it's fucking sick and gross, man. But people have, like it's a defense. Like, but I have free will. Yeah, you have free will. And that's what you choose to use it on. Weird shit. Go dig a ditch. Go rebuild a bridge. Go, learn how to do something practical. People don't do that. They create phony systems and fake fucking companies and that say, we're going to do this, pay us money. And then they get the money and they never do that. It's like 90% of every non-fucking profit that exists in this country. Anyway, I think it's time for eggs. Let's see. What's going on in the world? I don't have a lot of questions. So I got to think about how I'm going to introduce myself on Joseph's thing tomorrow. But this guy is cool because he's given people an opportunity to be like, hey, this, what do you got to offer? And I just said, I got a lot to offer. But I don't like typing. I suck at typing. So anyway, my flag is still up down. See? Look. I got my American flag. See? My American flag. All right. It's upside down. That one over there, It's upside down. I'm Native American too, so it was never really right side up for me, you know. Well, it was until I had to go to the island of Crete and get all the knowing that's energetically been imprinted there to come to the realizations that people get to choose their storylines. They get to choose if they're the hero or the villain, and people find more entertainment in becoming the villain. So it's a trip, man. It's a trip. It's a trip. And the people that cause the greatest harm are the biggest freaking cowards too. It's so like I'm not if somebody tries to hurt me, I'm gonna hurt him back. I'm not just gonna hurt nobody just because, oh, I'm gonna, let's see if I can crack their skull, just like people are weird, dude. And like people are so soulless. I watched this weird video where like the mom's having a meltdown, the dad's like, I don't even fucking know. Like, people should really pay attention. If you want to have a kid, count out 9-10 months out from the birth date of when you try to see what sign they are. Yeah, I'm serious. And if they're going to be compatible with you. Dude, this kid was like talking like he was talking about the weather. And he's like, yeah, there's a head in the kitchen sink. And an arm too, or something like that. And like the mom's just like, oh, and so the cop is like, whoa, okay, now this is a different kind of a call. And so and so they go in and like lift up and yep, and the kid is just like blah blah, just cool as a cucumber. People that don't have emotions, they can't feel bad for people. They are intentionally put in positions in politics. Like, give it to the narcissist. Let the narcissist be the mayor. Let the kid, the homegrown, never had no challenges. Let the person that's been in the system get the seat that has the advantage so that they can just continue to recognize the system. Stop hiding eggs in the fucking park, giving cake, candy, junk food. You're paying homage to envy. It's a pagan holiday. Stop and go teach kids how to go work in the yard. Clean up the little whatever, the little waterways all over the place. Show them how to do a job, clean up someplace in Mother Earth, in the community. They won't find no plastic egg, but they'll find their worth, self-worth, and feeling good about contributing to their environment. Go show them how to, kids are better than that, man. Kids deserve better than, a big, stupid, ugly, fucking rabbit costume, and it's just because the parents don't want to do much. I get it. Thank goodness things are changing, and my heart goes out to that whole situation in Maryland. I talk about the bridge here in the gorge. I think I've gone over it. I walked over it once. I won't do it again. I'll do anything one time. Because that thing, man, I don't trust the freaking people that work to freaking sustain the infrastructure. And it just takes a little nudge. A nice gust of wind. I mean, it's just the circumstance. All it takes is just for things to line up just right. I used to tempt fate. I used to tempt fate all the time. I would put myself in dangerous situations just to see if I'd make it through. I don't do that anymore because I value life. And I really hope other people start coming into that vibrational frequency too. That's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. I'll probably be back once Mom wakes up later. Peace.